do this. All right, you guys, Ralph Havens here, physical therapist, and Lesie Platner, certified homeopath, and I could say, I guess, former nurse, but still a nurse. We do healing work to help people heal from all sorts of chronic conditions. And let me turn this part off. And so today we're talking, and we thought, you know what, let's give some of our tools, one of our main tools that we use to help clear the pains, the fears, the anxieties, even help with physical chronic conditions, because we're coming up on 2025, and this can be a way to help you get your health and your life back and have a really good 2025. So we want to tell you about this way of healing and give you a tool, maybe a few tools, and help you out. So Lesie, thanks for being here. And
great to be here. I'm glad we got over our technical difficulties.
Yes, lots of technical difficulties today. So when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, what do people want? What's really going on? You know, there's people that are afraid of this and afraid of that, and we won't go into the particulars of what's going on in the news, but people are telling me all sorts of stuff about the fears of the world and the fears of what's going on in our country, and then some people are dealing with chronic health challenges, really significant health challenges, whether it's anxiety or a chronic medical condition, autoimmune condition, or their body's just not feeling good. I practically think I got to quit asking people, how's it going? And just say, where do you hurt? Because people have a lot of pain these days. And there's some people have different sorts of things. You know, there's the money concerns, and there's other people, money's not the concern, but they just keep getting injured, or their kids keep having these certain kinds of conditions. And it can lead to a lot of anxiety and fear and not knowing what to do. So I want to ask you about our way of doing this. We have one tool that we want to share, and then talk about that and how to do it, and some links to go do it on a regular basis. It's one of the things that we do every day. And so yeah, talk to me, Lesie. What do you see in the world that's going on? What do you see that people need right now? And then we're not even talking about the other part about like the people that think about, like, you know, law of attraction, Course in Miracles, matrix energetics, Eckhart Tolle, those kind of like can we use spirit to help us, prayer to help us get what we want in life? What are your thoughts?
I see that people are really struggling to be optimistic and really feeling kind of isolated. I think there's a need for community and some way to cope with the barrage of negativity. And like you said, all of the physical pain and heartache and anxiety that we experience just living in the world and listening to the news. And so, you know, we've been doing this now for 3 years, Ralph.
Wow. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's really something. Like, I'm so happy that you started this group. It's such an incredible support system for people who want to just learn and have a place to practice and to hear about it daily. This peace process, a way of being with what we typically want to get away from. You know, we want to get away from our anxiety and our pain and depression. We've just this very simple technique, being present, what is, and allowing it to change. And it's pretty dynamic. So people have had big changes in their health, in their anxiety levels, in their income, in their family situations, relationships, and their sense, just their sense of well-being. So,
yeah. And like you said, there's a lot of different people come to us with different complaints or wishes. There seems to be a theme in our Atomic Success Secrets group of people that are interested in, you could call, you know, there's different names for this type of thing: Course in Miracles, Law of Attraction, Matrix Energetics. Eckhart Tolle talks about this, Michael A. Singer, David R. Hawkins. This way to like, it's like prayer. The teachings of Jesus from the book of Matthew, like ask and you shall receive, and whatever you ask, you will get, kind of thing. There's people that believe in that, yet have a hard time seeing it result in physical stuff. And so I kind of think of it as like you're one healing away. Like, we've seen miracles in all these things. Like, I used to work with lots of entrepreneurs, and I still have some entrepreneurs who reach out to me to help clear the inner stuff, the blocks, to help with their money and their business. And it's wonderful. I've got one right after this. call actually a great guy, and we've helped his business and him and his family do really, really well. And then we have other people that have chronic health concerns. And then we have people that are just dealing with severe anxiety and issues with the family and love. And so just one tool that we're going to talk about, how could it possibly be something that helps all these different things?
Oh, wow, that's a deep question. Okay, so I guess it's the awareness that we have that any inner conflict that we have will affect our body. It will create tension in our body and negative emotions, fear, jealousy, anxiety, resentment. Whenever we have an inner conflict, we want to do something, but maybe we have an inner belief that we can't do it, or we're not worthy of it, or we're not good enough, or we have imposter syndrome. Whenever there's that inner conflict, we will feel it in our body. And somehow, like you said, Eckhart Tolle and all these other people have discovered that when, instead of running away from those things, instead of trying to not feel it, which most of us do, if you sit and allow yourself to just be with it, that essence of who you are, your awareness, your the essence of your being, which is so much bigger than our everyday experience of ourselves, it knows how to unwind and release and these places where we have inner conflict and symptoms in our body. And that's a weird thing to say. It's hard to relate to, but it really works.
Yeah, let's do it with them right now. And then because there's something that happens after that that's very interesting that can get in people's way. What I want to do first is just have them do it. If you like to try this and use it, and then I'll tell you something about this next thing that can be a problematic thing with it. But let's just go straight to it, Lesie. Like so what people can do, if you like, and Lesie and I will guide you, is just to take a moment. If you're driving, don't do this, but just take a moment and think about how it's going and any kind of obstacles that are going on for you. Anything that's causing you worry or concern or fear or anguish or physical pain, something that's your family, your kids, your spouse, not having a spouse, your money, just anything that's up for you. And what we do, we call this poking the bear. And you just think about it for just a bit. And it's the kind of thing you don't have to think about it much because you're already thinking about it all day long anyway. Yeah. And then Lesie, if you could guide them through the next step, once they've felt that of it all, and why would you want to go feel this what's the next part for them?
Okay. Yeah. So think of something that you really want to do or experience, but you haven't been able to. And then notice how you feel in your body when you think about it. What's the sensation? What's the sensation? Is there pain in your stomach? Does your heart feel heavy? Is your throat feeling tight? Does your back hurt? Are your shoulders up around your ears? And then once you've noticed it, you just notice it and be with it.
So what we can do is just locate the actual physical sensation. And just notice it. Notice where it is. Notice what it's doing. And there's a key thing here. We say stay out of the story. And if somebody says, well, there's anxiety there, or fear, or hatred, or it's, they can see their dad's hatred, or if somebody starts to put labels on it, what is your recommendation at that point?
Well, you can just notice that and set it to the side, because what you're doing right now is really focusing on the sensation in the body, which is where all the negative emotions, all the trauma, all the fear, all the past stories are just related with a place in your body. So if you can set the stories to the side, where you think it's from or what it's about, and just sit with the sensation in the body, there's a part of you that already knows how to heal these things, how to free yourself of all the past pain and trauma and negative beliefs. And if you give it a chance, it will start allowing the unwinding of that really stuck place. It's like you're unwinding a big knotted ball of yarn and you don't want to yank on it too hard. So you're just sitting with it and you're feeling the knot loosen up, the place that's really hurting or heavy or whatever. And then as that loosens up, then you'll notice that it shifts maybe a little bit to a different place. Like maybe it moves over in your heart, or maybe it goes from your heart to your throat. And you just trust that process, knowing that it's just a step-by-step process until you've done it long enough that your body feels relaxed and calm. And in that state, these amazing ahas can come. It's like you've opened up to the universe. You've opened up to the divine. You've allowed the energy to start flowing where it was stuck. And while you're in that state, you can see things completely differently. You can get a sense of, oh, I see what I could do. Or a new thought, a new way of perceiving something, like an understanding, like, oh, I get why they did that. Or, oh, I see the next step I can take in my business. All kinds of physical relief and thoughts and emotions can shift.
And if you notice it's gone, if it goes away, then you could notice how that feels. And when you think of the problem again, we call it poking the bear. When you think of the problem again and the concerns and the worries and whatever that is about, when it's cleared, you're still at peace, even though you might in the physical world still have things to do to solve a money situation or a health challenge or a business challenge or a love challenge, a family challenge. The thing might still be there, but you're at peace. And from that place, you're not protecting yourself from that pain of the past. And a lot of stuff can change in the external world, physical, especially physical. We like to have people check the physical body, walk around before and after doing this and see, are you lighter? Are you a little taller? Do your feet walk differently? Are your hips looser? Because what we're doing throughout life is we're protecting ourselves from all these past hurts, these emotional, physical, spiritual, mental pains from the past. And we're using a lot of energy to not feel it. Nobody wants to feel that stuff. So when you do this process and you feel it totally, completely, when it's done being felt, it's done. And it can't hurt you anymore. And then you're freed up and a lot of stuff is ready for you. You can notice physical healing and other synchronicities in your life with this. So we've used it for entrepreneurs and we've seen more money come in. We've used it for entrepreneurs and seen more money come in, and chronic migraines went away that we didn't even know they had migraines. So it's like you really are one healing away. And this is a very powerful process. One thing Eckhart Tolle says is the reason most people won't do this is because it's so simple. And then the other reason that we found is it takes you right to the obstacle and nobody wants to go in that door because it hurts too much. And so that's why it's useful to have some guidance. Just it can't physically hurt you anymore. It's just a feeling, but it hurts so much on that deep inner mental, emotional, spiritual level that you'll avoid doing it. There's be all sorts of reasons to not do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing it with us as you listen to this recording. And if you like, in any of our groups and stuff, we do this one-on-one. But what we're talking about right now is the way just to go ahead and do this now. Just go feel the feeling and sit with it until it's done. And it's so amazing how it's in so many spiritual traditions. Be still and know I am God. Eckhart Tolle says you get this inner part right and the outer part of the world takes care of itself. Michael A. Singer talks about it and how it helped him build $1 billion company. David R. Hawkins talks about it, Dr. David R. Hawkins, about how he solved chronic health challenges using this.
And it helps you get to that still point, the 0 point field, where we just are being present. We just are. And that's that field of possibilities where so many different possibilities are available to us. And so, like you said, miraculous things can happen. Doors can open because we're not in that state of resistance. We've reestablished our energy flow.
Yeah, so you're welcome to play this again and again. Just hit replay, and then use our words to guide you to where it is in your body and follow it. And we invite you to take a moment today or when you're ready to let this sort of thing go and just do it until it's done. It might take a few minutes, it might take a few hours, it might take a few days, but you can come to peace and then see changes in your health and your life and your relationships and your finances and all sorts of stuff. And so there's a link in the description already, and I'm going to put it everywhere. You can find this on Spotify and everywhere else. Because we do have a group that does this every day, but I don't know if you guys want it in a group. We love it in our group. It's powerful in the group. But what I'd like to know is from you, what do you want? Like, what do you want in your life? What would make all the difference for you, for your health or your relationships or your money or your freedom? What do you truly want? Because it is the coming, New Year's resolutions, 2025. If you could have life the way you want it, what might that look like for you? And how would you like our help? Like a yes or no would be useful. Like, would you like our help? And if you would, how would you like that help? Because we do things one-on-one, we do things in our wonderful groups. We do things on these free videos. What would be a useful way for you to help to have this healing? So reach out to us, LesiePlatner.com and RalphHavens.com. I'll put those links there as well. And there's the link to learn about our group. And let's go have a good year. Let's have a really, really, really good year. Lesie, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
You're doing this work for all these years with me, and even before I knew you. We were floating around the same groups before we even knew each other. It's a privilege and an honor to be with you doing this stuff. And we've seen miracles, and I look forward to a good 2025. And you'll be up here in the Pacific Northwest. We'll be doing this live together. I put it out there today.
All right, Ralph. Thank you. Thanks for all your efforts in the world.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, reach out. Let us know what you want. I'm going to turn off this recording, and